Hi, and welcome to Missed It by How Much. This is the channel that tests sports hypotheses by using computer game engines. We're currently using the Action PC baseball game engine to play the 1990 season as Los Angeles Dodgers manager, and we're choosing not to use Alfredo Griffin as our starting shortstop. In the video previous to the last one, the second to last one against the Phillies, there was a incident where there was an opportunity for an immaculate inning by Mike Hartley. I went back and looked at the game film. You see it here in the top of the fifth. He first faced Thon, and there was a 3-2 count, and then struck him out. The other two batters were finished in 3 strikes, but he did not get the immaculate inning. So I thought I'd answer that question before we start today's game. The Dodgers are in trouble in terms of pitching. They don't have many people left after 2 games, one 15 innings and another one 13 innings. I don't know what the situation is for the Mets, but they have Doc Gooden pitching today. We will not have Mike Morgan start. Fernando will start for us. So let me show you what the pitching looks like. Jim Gott did not pitch in the last game, and he only threw 5 pitches the day before that, but he has an S by his name next to 20. Excuse me, the number 20. So I'm assuming he won't be available. So it may be Fernando and Wetland the whole way. Mike Morgan is available, and we do have a day off in 2 days. We have 2 more games, this game and one more, and then we get a day off, although that doesn't always seem to affect the pitchers. So that's the situation. I'd prefer to let this bullpen get back together. If Fernando doesn't pitch well, starting off this game, he will probably go his full amount, plus maybe more, to try to save the bullpen for tomorrow's game, which I'm assuming will be against Sid Fernandez, since we've already faced David Cone and Frank Viola. So that's where things sit. Dodgers are 74-51, 3 games up over the Giants as we go into the August 25th games for today. There you see the standings. Baltimore still with a 1-game lead over Boston and Toronto, 2 over Detroit, 4 over Cleveland. Even Milwaukee still in it at 8. Only the Yankees are completely gone. In the West, Minnesota and Oakland are tied at 71-54. Kansas City 2.5 back, who I would have never guessed would even come close this month. Of course, Minnesota ended up in last place in the real 1990 season. So that's kind of a shock. Seattle hanging on. The rest of the teams probably just playing out the rest, trying to be a spoiler. In the East, Pittsburgh leads the Mets by 3 now, thanks to our 2-game. Well, we have a 3-game winning streak. We won the last game against the Phillies, but the 2 so far in the series against the Mets, 2 wins. Montreal at 4.5 back. The rest of the teams, again, attempting to be a spoiler. In the West, we lead the Giants by 3, and Houston by 8.5, who's still hanging on. Cincinnati still can't get over 500. Sometimes they get close. Sometimes they get a game over, and then they drift back. San Diego, Atlanta could definitely be spoilers. Both of those teams have given the Dodgers a run for their money. I mean, even St. Louis has when we played them, and they only have 46 wins. So that's where the standings set. All good pennant races. When we come down to the final 37 games after today, there'll only be 36 left for the Dodgers. And this is the 20th game in 19 days that they've played in a row. And I looked at the schedule upcoming before they leave and go on a 6-game road trip. The Dodgers will get a day off, and then not another one for a stretch that lasts over 2 weeks again. So these guys better be ready to play. I'm going to whisper we haven't had any injuries in a while. Probably about a week since the last person came back. So we'll see how that goes. Mike Scioscia will get the day off today because he's played 10 straight, but Jose Vizcaino will be back. He missed the last game, resting. There's the matchup. About 5 weeks left in the season. Maybe 6, with the late start to the season in April. Looks like we're ready to go. Let's make our lineup against Dwight Doc Gooden. We'll go with the regular lineup. Eddie Murray will start at first. Cal Daniels will play left field. Scioscia will be passed up since he's tired. Just to document that. See here in yellow, the last time I played him for the 11th day without knowing it, he got injured for that game, and then he missed the next 3 games. He missed the series after that. So we're not playing around. We're giving him the rest he's supposed to get. You know, after this many times, you'd still think I'd have this down, but I don't. Javier will play in right field. Sharperson will get moved up to 5th in the lineup. Harris at 6th. He'll play second base. Vizcaino moves up to 7th. And Rick Dempsey will be behind the plate. Now here's where things change. Fernando is pitching today. And his OPS is probably somewhere in this area, 680. So he may be hitting ahead of Harris. Let's see. Fernando versus righties. Oh, wow. His OPS is much better than that. 1.070. And limited at bats. So let's think about this. Where would I be okay with hitting him? Put him in the lineup here. 9th. And then let's go back here and look at this. So he would probably hit in this area. Hold him and move him up, 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 up. Around here is where I wonder if Javier is probably better there and put Fernando maybe at the cleanup or the janitor position. Yeah, he's going to pitch a while, so he might as well be up there. I don't know if I trust him more than Javier. But that's what we'll go with. Our pitcher's hitting cleanup. Take that, Shohei Ohtani. Well, Shohei can lead off, so. All right, here we go. Dodgers have won the first 2 games of the series, which is better than I expected going into the series. I do not expect a win today, especially against Doc Gooden. The last time we played them, we played against him, knocked him out, but he was pitching on short rest in New York, and he did not pitch well. And we did not end up winning the game, even though we took a 6-1 lead, I believe, and then ended up losing 14-11, I believe. All right, it's 85 degrees. This is a day game, and the winds are blowing out to left center field. If the Dodgers are going to win, it's going to be scoring a lot of runs. Fernando 0-1 with a 4.26 ERA against New York. Not good. Darryl Strawberry with his 12-game hitting streak. And the wind is blowing out to left center field. All right, here we go. Greg Jeffries starts it off against Fernando. First pitch is popped up. Rick Dempsey's under it, just past the plate. He makes the catch. 1 out for Elster. And looking at this lineup for the Mets, no Tuffle. Okay, who's playing third? Magadan's moved to third. And he's not as good against lefties. Hojo's getting a break. Strawberry's moved up to third in the lineup. McReynolds, there's Kirian's in between because I guess Kirian hits lefties really well. He got 2 hits earlier in the series. Marshall playing first. Mercado catching, no Sasser. So I guess this is their typical versus left lineup. So here we go. Versus Elster. It's a fly ball to center. That looks playable for Gonzalez. He makes the catch, 2 down for Darrell. And we're going to pitch around him all day today, especially with nobody on. And he strikes out anyhow. Wow, we're through half an inning. The Mets nothing, Dodgers coming up. Eddie Murray starts off here in the bottom of the first with a base hit. Well, I better not call that after, if you watched last game. You got to wait till the ball hits the ground for sure. The animation is the same on a lineup. Base hit for Eddie. He's on for Cal Daniels, 10 home runs in a month. Good numbers against Gooden here. There's the pitch from Dwight. Fly ball to right. Doesn't look special right now. It's not getting up there really high, so that's an easy out for Strawberry. 1 down. Throws it back in. Murray retreats to first for Javier. Pitch by Gooden. Watson. So 2 on, 1 out for Valenzuela. Let's see what his numbers are against Gooden. Not bad. 357 average, 382. 441 slug for an OPS of 823. Let's see if he can get a run home, help himself out. The infield comes in because he's a 9 bunt, but he is not bunting here. Struck him out. All right, all that conjecture, all that talk, as I Porky Pig it, for nothing. Conjecture is the correct word, I believe. All right, here's Jose Gonzalez. 2 on, 2 out now. Good numbers also versus Gooden. It's a fly ball to center. Kirian coming in. This should be an easy out. And he makes it. We're through 1. The Dodgers threaten, but ultimately it's 0-0. And here's Kirian at the plate against Valenzuela. We're going to pitch around here. That slug. And they walk it. Kirian at first. Not a threat. This is a threat right here. Kevin McReynolds. But he's not as good against lefties, it seems like. So we're going to pitch to him. Not very high, though. Javier's under it. And he makes the catch. Kirian goes back. Is he going to tag? 1 out for Marshall, who also has power. It's more of this lefty's first baseman. Pitch is a fly ball to right. Still elevating. Leveling off. Javier's under it. 2 down. Kirian back to first. For Magadan, who's still a good hitter regardless, but not as numerically proficient against lefties. There's the pitch by Valenzuela. Fly ball to center. Gonzalez coasting in. One hands it. And we're through 1.5. No score. Sharperson, Harris, and Vizcaino for the Dodgers against Dwight in the second. And Sharperson greets him with the liner to center field. That'll bounce. And he'll make the turn and get back. A leadoff single for Sharperson. 78% chance for a steal here. I want a steal. You look at Mercado. He's got that 2 arm, but not going to do it. Here's Harris. First to throw over. Hope he doesn't get picked. He doesn't. Pitch to Harris. Struck him out. 1 out for Vizcaino. First to throw over again. Sharperson's back. Pitch to Vizcaino by Gooden. Struck him out. 3rd K for Gooden. And Sharperson said, you should have let me run. By the way, weather is 87 degrees and now winds out to center field. That's 17 miles an hour. Here's Dempsey. And he walks. So that flips the lineup. Back to Murray. 2 on, 2 out for Eddie, who's got a hit so far. Single to start off the game. So if Dempsey did anything good, at least he flipped it over to the lineup over and let him face Eddie Murray here with a chance to get a run in. Here's the pitch from Gooden. Fly ball, right field. Elevating, leveled off. Strawberry's under it. Got the apron out, and now he. Oh no, it's off the wall. I was totally fooled by the animation. In comes Sharperson. In comes Dempsey, and Murray has a 2-out, 2-run double, his 17th of the season, and the Dodgers lead 2-0. Let's see if I can watch a video replay of that. I was completely fooled. Let's see. Fly ball. I mean, it had some pretty good altitude to it, but it looked like it was right at Strawberry. It looked like he caught it, and he did not. So, interesting there. Wonder if something's off on the chalkboard. Deep fly ball to right. Get up, get out of here. Strawberry racing back off the wall. Okay, so I guess that's my problem, my fault. It looked like it just hit him. Thought he caught it. Anyhow, happy surprise there. Dodgers lead 2-0. Still need more runs. Facing Gooden. And with Fernando pitching. Here's Daniels. He walks. 2 on, 2 out again. This time for Javier. Javier walked his first time up. Yep. Gooden up to 59 pitches already here in the second. So, even though he does have 135. Mets just not as good of a team on the road, record-wise, as at home. Chance to open it up here against Javier. The pitch. Ground ball to Gooden. Comebacker, he's got it. He throws to Marshall, and that ends the half inning. But the Dodgers do get 2 on a double by Eddie Murray. We're through 2. It's 2-0 Dodgers. All right. Fernando against Mercado. Strikes him out. Up next is Gooden, who's hitting 186 on the season, 11 hits and 59 at bats. And he singles to left. That'll fall in. Go back to the top of the order with Jeffries. Pitch by Valenzuela is a liner at Harris. And he's going to try to double up Gooden. Does he get him? And they did. They doubled him off first. Lucky, nice play there by Harris. Helps out Fernando. We're through 2.5. It's 2-0 Dodgers. All right, Fernando leads off the bottom of the third. Against Gooden, it's a ground ball to Magadan. Picks it up, slings it over to Marshall, 1 out. For Gonzalez, who had the four strikeout Golden Sombrero game yesterday. He'll take its chance against Gooden. Hit a liner right at Elster. That's an easy out. 2 down for Sharperson, who started off the scoring by getting on base with a single back in the second. It's a ground ball to Magadan. He vacuum cleaners that one up and slings it over to Marshall in time. We're through 3. A third of the game is finished. The Dodgers lead, surprisingly, 2-0. All right, Fernando's pitching really well. And this is helping up the bullpen, but it could all fall apart in a couple seconds here. Pitch to Elster's a fly ball to center. Gonzalez coming in. Coasting, one-hands it. To Strawberry. We're going to be pitching around him. Here we go. And it doesn't matter. He gets a hit anyhow. Is he going for 2 on Javier's arm? Nope, he'll hold with a single. Let's see what kind of speed. Nothing there. It's Fernando the lefty. Got to be careful here against Carrion. He has a lot of power. He can tie this game up. But we're going to pitch to him. Hopefully Fernando's been on today. Ground ball to Sharperson. It's going to eat him up. No, it's not. Well, the throw is going to eat him up. I don't know where the ball ends up. It is. Okay, so it did. He had an error. I don't know what the animation meant. The ball ended up in Javier's possession. Grounded to Sharperson at third. Throws to second. The throw went into right field. So it wasn't him holding the ball. It was him throwing the ball that made the mistake. But Strawberry doesn't advance past second. So in big trouble now. 2 on, 1 out McReynolds. Valenzuela on the ropes already. Here's the pitch. Fly ball. Back goes Gonzalez. Looks like he's got it lined up. And he has caught it. Strawberry will tag and go to third, but there's 2 outs now. Whew. Back at the track, he makes the catch. All right, here's Marshall, who has power also. And he's a good hitter against lefties. See if Valenzuela can get him here. We're going to pitch around him. I know he has power. Pitch by Valenzuela is a base hit to left. So it's 2-1 Dodgers. Marshall comes through even in the pitch around. Kirian going to third. He'll hold at second. A 4 speed. For Magadan. He has good numbers as well. I'm going to pitch around him here. It's a ground ball back to Fernando. He flips to Murray, and they get him? They got him. All right, they give up the run on 2 hits, including the error by Sharperson helped out. We're through 3.5. It's 2-1 Dodgers. All right, that minimized damage. It could have been a lot worse. Here's Harris leading off the bottom of the 4th for the Dodgers against Gooden. Ground ball. Looks like it's Jeffries. He's got it. Picks it up, throws to Marshall. 1 down. For Vizcaino. 0 for 1. Gooden's pitch. Struck him out. His 4th K. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th for Dempsey. He walked his first time up. He won't this time. He strikes out his 5th K. We're through 4. It's 2-1 Dodgers. All right, Fernando at 54 pitches. This is a tight game. Whew. And if he gets in trouble here, I'm probably going to have to go to the pin quick because it's a 1-run lead. Here's Mercado. Start off against Valenzuela. He pops it up. It looks like Sharperson's calling Vizcaino right behind him, and he executes this one correctly. 1 out for Gooden, who has a hit. His first at bat. Good numbers against Fernando. He's saying, who's the pitcher who can hit? Although not this at bat. He strikes out. That's Fernando's 3rd. For Jeffries, who's 0 for 2 thus far. See if Fernando can get out of this. He does. He strikes out Jeffries. We're through 4.5. It's 2-1 Dodgers. All right, Eddie Murray leads off the bottom of the 5th and hits a ground ball over Gooden's head to Jeffries. He hurries, throws to Marshall, and beats him by 2 strides. 1 out for Daniels. The weather has gone up to 90 degrees now, and winds are blowing out to center field at 8 miles an hour. Pitch to Daniels. Struck him out. No? Yeah, 6K for Gooden. Little hiccup there by the machine. All right, 2 out. Gooden's kind of found his groove now at 99 pitches. Here's Javier. 0 for 1. I believe he had a walk. He did. Pitch from Gooden. Walked him again. 2nd time Javier's been on base. That'll bring up Valenzuela. And if we do pull him, at least he'll have gotten 3 at-bats. 0 for 2 thus far, and he walks. All right, so this inning that looked like it was nothing has now turned into something. 2 on, 2 out. Good now over 109 pitches. 109 pitches, excuse me. For Gonzalez. He has power. He hasn't shown it this game or the last game. 5 walks for Gooden. And he won't show his power here. He's a ground ball to Magadan. It's going to be a close play. Throw to first. Looks like they got him by a couple steps. We're through 5. 2-1 Dodgers. All right, here's Elster. Those numbers look decent. We're going to play batter by batter here. We do have Wetland in the pen. We can go to him. It's only a 1-run lead. The pitch by Fernando. Fly ball. Center field. Gonzalez going back. Makes the catch. 1 out. Here's Strawberry. Strawberry is much worse against lefties. So we're going to try to pick around. Does have a hit, single thus far in this game, 1 for 2. Pitch, and it's another base hit into center field. He loves hitting here in LA. Hometown. 1 on, 1 out for Carrion. And I could go to the bullpen right here. There's a home run coming. And he is not nearly as good against righties. But McReynolds right behind him. I mean, situated this offense perfectly. Right, left, right, left. So wherever I pull him. Okay, so we got to be careful here. There's a pitch. And there's a base hit. And he's in trouble again in this half inning. Two on, 2 out, 1 out for McReynolds. So this will be the cue right here. If you get him out, you've got a chance. We're going to pitch him straight up, though. Here we go. Could be a 3-run homer. Fly ball deep. Center field. Gonzalez. Remember the wind. He makes the catch. And Strawberry holds? Interesting. Doesn't want to make the third out at third base. Okay. So 2 out, 2 on, and Marshall is up. Let's see what Marshall's numbers are. He's good both ways, so, I mean, he's better against lefties. Could go to the righty right here, Wetland, and hope to get out of this half inning. Magadin's on deck, and he eats up righties. So, we're going to hope for the best here. Pitch to Marshall. Marshall has a hit and an RBI in this game. If he gets a hit here, he's going to have an RBI again. So we're going to pitch around here. There we go. Fly ball. Looks playable for Daniels. He's coasting in. Up and got it. And Fernando ekes his way out of the 6th. We're through 5.5. It's 2-1 Dodgers. Dwight Gooden at 111 pitches still has more in the tank. They'll face Sharperson, Harris, and Vizcaino in the bottom of the 6th. Sharperson will start. He has a hit and 2 at-bats. Gooden knocking the dirt off his cleats. Takes a little walk around. Sharperson asks for time. Hits his shoes with the bat. And then steps in. The pitch by Gooden is a fly ball to center field. Mark Carrion's under it, and he makes the catch. Boy, that is a huge, huge weakness, that one arm in center field. I see why they don't play him all the time. But if we could get some runners on, we could take some extra bases on his arm. All right, 1 out for Harris, who's 0 for 2. He hits a ground ball to Marshall. He races Harris to the bag and beats him 2 down for Vizcaino. This bottom of the lineup is pretty weak today. Vizcaino 0 for 2, hitting 300 on the season, though. Not great numbers against Gooden, who's up to 119 pitches now. There we go, we're back. 2 outs. Gooden has got it under control after the Murray double. There's a ground ball to Magadin. He catches it and throws it right on time. We're through 6. 2/3 of the game is completed, and the Dodgers lead barely 2-1. Okay, the lower part of the lineup is up for the Mets. Magadan, Mercado, and Gooden. And I'm thinking this could, again, be it for Fernando at any moment. Having some technical difficulties. I apologize. Now we're back. Valenzuela at 80 pitches out of 130. If we could get some offense going, I'd feel more comfortable pitching him. He's pitched well. I mean, 6 innings, 5 hits for the Mets, only 1 run. He's dodged some difficult things, but with the wind blowing out, he hasn't given up a home run yet. So it's a matter of 9 outs to a win. I don't know that they're going to score another run in this game. Gooden probably has another half inning. And then, I mean, both teams needed this kind of pitching performance from both of their starters. So that has certainly helped the bullpen. We'll see how far this game goes. Again, if it's a tie, going to, extra innings, then who knows. Gooden with the 5 walks is kind of surprising, which is why his pitch count is up. Fernando with only 1 walk and 4K. All right, so that's where we're at. Entering the final third of the game. So Fernando has to pitch carefully here. Those are good numbers for Magadan. Magadan versus lefties. Really is good, so we're going to give him a chance. I know he has 2 home runs, but wind's still blowing out to center field. And he hits one in the corner. It's going to at least be 2. Daniels picks it up and throws it in. It'll be 2. A leadoff double for Magadan. The only saving grace is you have Mercado and Gooden. Or Gooden's spot up next. 16th double of the season for Magadan. See if we're back now. Alright, Fernando on the first pitch of the half inning gives up a double. Facing Mercado, those are decent numbers, but the key is here to not let him move Magadan to third. So we'll see what happens. He's on a tightrope right now, Fernando is the pitch. Ground ball to Harris, that'll move him to third. Harris picks it up over to Murray. 1 out. But the tying run is at third for Gooden, who can handle the bat. He has a hit already in this game. If he hits a fly ball, we're tied. So we'll see what Fernando has in the tank here. Magadan moves to third. 90 feet away from a tie. But we're going to let Fernando at least take Gooden. And there is no Gooden. Here comes Tim Teufel, the pinch hit. Now we got to figure out what is it that Tim Teufel is good at. So Dwight's out of the game, so we'll at least get 3 innings against. Pretty weak. Well, it's not weak. It's very tired, though. His power's against lefties. He has 0 home runs against the lefty. So we're going to leave Fernando in there and try to pitch around him. Maybe try to set up a double play, although Jeffries is not slow as the next batter. So he has good numbers here against Fernando. We'll see what Fernando can pull out of his bag of tricks. Here we go. And he walks Teufel. Yeah, that's what I figured would happen. Only a second walk of the game. He's at 91 pitches, and this is a crucial spot right here. Here's Jeffries. And this game can get out of hand really fast. Let's look at Jeffries in terms of who he faces and who he's better. Better against right-handers. So he doesn't strike out a ton, though. So Fernando's going to have to dig deep here against Jeffries. He's going to win this game. Right here's now the time to get a big strikeout. And he does not. There's a base hit. That will tie the game. Tuffle will probably go to third on Javier's 2-arm. It does not. Okay, so that's a little bit of an advantage. And that's it for Fernando, who does a great job. He goes 6 1/3, gives up only 2 runs, keeps the Dodgers in the game, but that's it. Can't go with him any longer. And the game falls into the hands of John Wetteland to win it. Fernando kept him in it, but he cannot win the game. He can lose it if Wetteland cannot provide good support here, or he can have nothing to do with it. All right, the Mets still threatening. A base hit here gives them the lead because of the walk to Tuffle. So first and second, 1 out. The wind is now out to center field at 7 miles an hour. Wetteland, who pitched yesterday very well, has the game in his hands right here. If you're going to win this game, you got to get out of this inning, not giving up any more runs. The pitch to Elster. Popped up. That's what we needed from Jeffries. Really high. Sharperson's under it. He makes the catch. 2 down for Strawberry. Oh boy. These numbers, and Strawberry with already 2 singles on the game, he wants to end it right here. A 3-run shot would probably put it out of reach. So we're going to pitch around and hope to face Carrier. Pitch to Strawberry's hit to right. Up in the air. It's leveling off. Javier's under it. And he makes the catch, and Wetteland provides the necessary support, the relief pitching you're looking for, and that it holds the Mets to 1. We're through 6 1/2. It's 2-2. All right. I didn't think they could score another run off of Gooden. I don't know what they can do against this bullpen. Up first, Jeff Musselman. So Dempsey will start off against him, and let's see what happens. Needing a run to win the game. There's a ground ball to third. Magadan with the long throw. Dempsey running fast. He throws it away. Magadan's 4th error. Only his 4th error of the season. Low throw. Marshall can't dig it out, and Dempsey is safe at first. All right. Nobody out. Murray, Daniels, Javier. Dempsey only a 4, but a 4 is not horrible. Let's see what Eddie can do against Musselman. Pitch. Ground ball to first. Marshall picks it up. He's going to take it to the bag and move Dempsey into scoring position. So a single here in the right way would take the lead. Daniels up there, 0 for 2 thus far. If you're going to hit it in the outfield, hit it to Carrion with his 1 arm. I don't know that a single would get Dempsey in. I can't pinch run for him either because Scioscia needs the day off. So we're stuck where we're at. Pitch to Daniels by Musselman. Is a ground ball to Jeffries. Makes a great play to get to it. Throws out Daniels. Dempsey moves to third. 2 out for Javier. Well, the running's not going to really have anything to do with it here. And Javier cannot hit lefties. But he's going to get a chance. I could bring in Gibson here, but I like those numbers. Let's see if the numbers pay off. 2 out pitch to Javier's a base hit to right. Gets past Jeffries into Strawberries. Dempsey can walk home. A poor play from either Elster or Jeffries. I'm guessing Jeffries. And the Dodgers lead 3-2. 6 outs from a win. Wetteland will get a chance to hit since he's the main guy now. And he does have power against lefties. Just first a throw over. Javier, don't get picked off, please. They doubled his percent chance of stealing, but he's not going anywhere. And Wetteland hits a ground ball to Magadan, whose error really started this opportunity for the Dodgers, and that should be an unearned run for Musselman, who pitches decently after it, but the Dodgers get the run home anyhow. And they match the Mets' run earlier in the top half of the inning. We're through 7. It's 3-2 Dodgers. Okay, so Wetteland has plenty of pitches. He needs 6 outs. Can he get them? Carrion not good against righties, so we're going to give Wetland a chance. He needs to get this out because up next is McReynolds. You hold your breath. Fly ball, left field. Looks playable for Daniels. Coming in. 1 out. 5 outs from a win. And this guy could tie it up with one swing. So we're going to pitch around. Pitch by Wetland. It's ground ball to third. Sharperson, our worst infielder. Throw to first. Nips him by a step. 2 down, 4 outs from a win. Here's Marshall, who has an RBI. He's good against both. He can hit up for power. So we're going to pitch around here. The Wetland seems to be playing okay, and there's a liner right at Sharperson. He makes the catch. 1, 2, 3. 8th inning. 3 outs from a win. The Dodgers lead 3-2. Gonzalez, Sharperson, Harris. Now, Gonzalez cannot hit lefties. But if I pull him for Gibson, I lose some defense. So we're going to let him hit. At this point, defense is more important. And he gets hit. Let's hope he's okay. Hit him in the midsection. Well, hopefully he had some abs to deflect that. All right, he's on first. Nobody out. An insurance run would be really important here for Sharperson. But Sharperson can hit lefty, so we're going to let him swing. First throw over. Gonzalez is back. He's not really going anywhere. Ground ball to Marshall. Is there going to be 2 here? Nope, he's going to take it to first himself. He beats Sharperson. He's out. Gonzalez moves to second. He can run. He's an 8. A base hit here probably could score. Definitely if you could hit it to Kirian in center field. Harris 0 for 3 on the game. Walks. So Musselman walks him. There's runners at first and second. 1 out. He's out of gas. They might not have a choice, though. Their bullpen is taxed, just like the Dodgers. Here's this Caino. He hits lefties pretty well. Good numbers over here in the box. Let's see if he can get a run home. He's been hitting a lot of clutch hits. Liner. Kirian make the catch? Nope, it doesn't look like it. Are we loaded? I don't know what's happening. 1 out. 77% chance. On deck is Dempsey. You trust that Dempsey could get the run home, or just try it? I'm going to trust Dempsey. So the bases are loaded, 1 out, and here's Rick. He scored 2 runs on the game, but he doesn't have a hit. He doesn't need a hit here. He just needs to get the ball in the air. Preferably to center field. All right. Insurance run on the line. They're still pitching Musselman. Let's see what Dempsey can do. And he gets a single. Forget that fly ball stuff. He hits one into left. Gonzalez is in. McReynolds with the 7 arm. I don't know if Harris can score. He's not going to try it. 52% is not enough for me. Poor play by Elster. Gets the ball through, and Rick Dempsey comes through where Scioscia could not in the past 2 games. Bases are still loaded against Musselman, who's being thrown to the wolves here. Look at these numbers for Eddie Murray. 481, 628, 620 slug for an OPS of 1.249. He could put the Mets out of their misery right here with a good swing. Pitch by Musselman. Is a ground ball to Jeffries. Is this 2? Flips to Elster for 1. The runner is out, and Eddie Murray makes 2. And unfortunately, the Dodgers only get the 1 insurance run and lead 4-2 going to the 9th. So this game is Wetlands to win. Looking at the bullpen, there's nothing. If I go to somebody, it's because I'm not going to anybody. I mean, God is available. I don't know why it says us, but we need to fix this bullpen. So Wetland, it's on you. You give up 2 runs, you get in a jam. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to play batter by batter, but I'd like Wetland to finish us off. Now, to help him out, let's help the defense out. One of the better defenders, or excuse me, the worst defender on our team is easily Mike Sharperson on the infield. So Juan Samuel will go into his spot. And Juan will go to second base. And Harris will move to third. So that's a little bit better defense on the infield. And we left Gonzalez in purposely for defense. So now you're going to have to pitch around here with a 2-run lead. Magadan. Fly ball. Center field. Gonzalez inching in now. Puts the left arm up. Makes the catch. 2 outs to a win. Here's Mercado. I don't think Mercado is as good against righties. Let's see. Great against anybody. Watch him get a single. There's the pitch by Wetland. And he hits him. Of course. Why make him hit it? Just hit him. I guess that was payback for Gonzalez getting hit, but we didn't need that. That means the tying run's at the plate. I definitely don't want to get down to Strawberry. Okay, so I don't think Musselman's going to hit. Yeah, Daryl Boston's coming up to hit, pinch hit. He has 7 home runs on the season, so we're going to have to pitch around him as well. See what happens. The pitch is a base hit to center. Gonzalez picks it up. This is not going to be easy, these last 2 outs. Mercado going to third, not with a 1 speed. All right, if you don't get these next 2 outs, Strawberry's going to get the chance to hit. So, John, get it together right here. Here's Jeffries. He just drove in a run and got a hit his last time up. You want to pitch to him? Fewer hits, fewer Ks, more walks. Those are good numbers. Pitch by Wetland is a ground ball to Vizcaino. Can they flip 2? Over to Samuel. The runner is out, and the hitter makes 2, and they get Greg Jeffries to hit it to a double play. John Wetland comes in, gets the win, does a great job in the third part of the game. The third stanza belongs to the Dodgers. Fernando did the heavy lifting for the first 2 stanzas, and Wetland finishes it off, and the Dodgers win a close, hard-fought game against the Mets that I didn't think they had a chance against Doc Gooden. 4-2, and the Dodgers have won the first 3 games in this series. Not a lengthy 15-inning, 13-inning game, but this one was more of an endurance battle than the other one since you didn't have very many players to go with. The Dodgers didn't have Socha, but Rick Dempsey comes through with a base hit and an RBI. Dodgers didn't have much of a bullpen. Fernando lengthens and goes 6 innings, and Wetland finishes it off even after he pitched the day before. Eddie Murray with a 2-run double. Jeff Musselman, the hard luck loser, he actually pitched better than I would expect, and the fact that he had to be extended after he was already had thrown his normal allotment of pitches is part of the reason both teams were taxed in their bullpen. So this game was a difficult, hard-earned win for the Dodgers. There you see the batting numbers. These games are just hard, but very fun to play. Doc Gooden had plus stuff with 5 walks. Musselman had plus stuff, but had to pitch 43 pitches when he was only supposed to pitch 25. Valenzuela could have gone even longer, 138 pitches. But he got in trouble in the 7th. Wetland got him out of it, and Wetland goes the rest of the way. There you see the great play by Jeffries, also a poor play by Jeffries and by Elster. Error by Magadan leads to the go-ahead, the 4th run, I believe. No, the go-ahead run. So Magadan who has had a great season hitting. Hurts them at third base today. I believe it was 2-2. And then Sharperson reached on an error. It wasn't Sharperson, it was Dempsey who was safe on the error. And then Javier gets the hit to make it 3-2. In the eighth, they get a run thanks to Dempsey's single, which scored Gonzalez before Murray grounded into a double play. So not really great. I mean, Eddie Murray did have the double with the 2 RBI. Daniels with 1 walk. That's all he contributed in 3 at-bats. No Socha. And again, not 5 runs, but the pitching staff came through. I thought Fernando would get bombed by this team, but he tightrope walked it through. So the Dodgers win their 75th game. They'll have 1 more game against the Mets, 1 more game on this homestand before they go on the road for 6 against Philadelphia and Montreal before coming back home. They'll be finished after that trip to Philadelphia and Montreal with the National League East. The rest of their games will be against only National League West teams, which I love about this schedule. If you're going to win the division, you got to beat the division, the people in the division. And that'll be the final 30 games will be against your own division competition. 36 games left with 75 wins is really good. The only problem is the Giants are still right there. And if the Giants continue to play like they've been playing, it's going to come down to the last week. If we were in the American League East with 75 wins, no problem. But that's not happening. So it doesn't really matter to even dream about that. Currently, San Francisco is 3.5 games back. Let's play the games for August 25th. Get an idea of who else won. Minnesota and Oakland still tied. And again, Kansas City only 2.5 back. Definitely a chance. The AL East, Baltimore, only 66 wins, but in first place. Then you have Boston, Toronto, Detroit, Cleveland, all 4 or lower in terms of games behind. In the National League, Pittsburgh still leads. The Mets have taken it on the chin the last 3 games against the Dodgers, who were honestly paying them back for what they did to the Dodgers in New York. So once this game is finished and recorded over here, we'll play through August 25th. Honestly, was hoping at best for a split against the Mets. Was hoping for sure to just get at least 1 win, not get swept, but have played really well. Wetland picks up his 6th win, pitches really well. Has pitched really well in this series. And apparently I found the pitch around button, whereas before I don't think I ever used it. Now, thinking back to some of Tim Belcher's home runs that he's given up, I should have gone for the around button. Might have made a difference. Think back to game 25 against the Phillies and their catcher hitting a 3-run shot against Belcher when I knew it was coming, and I pitched to him anyhow. Should have used that around, but definitely helps. Doesn't guarantee you're not going to get, the guy's going to get a hit, but hopefully guarantees no home run. The Giants win again. 10-7 over the Phillies. So the Phillies beat us 2 out of 3, but they haven't done anything against the Giants in their series. So the Giants keep pace, 3 games back. See if we get any help against Houston, although they are quite a ways behind. I think it'll be either the Giants or the Dodgers to win the division. And Houston continues on their pace. 67-60 is not a bad record at all. Imagine if the Dodgers had played as poorly as I thought they would have against the Mets, San Francisco would be tied for first place. That last week, 6 games between the Dodgers, including 3 in San Francisco in the second to the last series of the season. So there you have it. Once the main page repopulates, reloads, you'll see the new updated standings. That'll be through August 25th. One more game in this series against the Mets before the road trip. The Dodgers have played pretty well lately. I believe 12-6 in their last 18. Don't hold me to that, but it's pretty close to that. And now I don't believe the Dodgers they've had a higher winning percentage than 595. They've been over 600. I don't know that they've had a 24 game over 500 record though. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time on Missed It by How Much.